Well, even though the deadline for the Campa Cola Society residents to vacate their illegal flats ends today, residents continue to dig in their heels. A large section among them are refusing to vacate the premises. The BMC has already issued notices to residents of illegal flats, asking them to hand over their keys to the BMC by this evening. Campa Cola Society residents have woken up to a dark morning today. The final deadline for residents of the illegal flats at Worli's Campa Cola compound to vacate their apartments ends. It in fact has already ended at 5 p.m. The residents will have to hand over the keys to the authorities as the illegal flats in the society will be demolished as per the orders of the Supreme Court. But the residents refuse to vacate their flats. All right, Amrita Shedge is now joining us with more details on the deadline for people to vacate their illegal flats getting over. Amrita, the deadline is over. What action is the BMC likely to take now?
See, the deadline is over. This was the last day given by BMC and the deadline was till 5 p.m. But even though now also residents are not ready to vacate their flats and hand over the key, the deadline is over. Now we can see the residents are here outside the compound, but they are saying that we will not be handing the key to BMC. We have with us some residents. You tell me, what do you have to say now? The deadline is over. Will you be giving the keys to BMC now?
It's completely out of question, because what we are fighting for is our fundamental right. The right to my house, which I have legally bought. I have paid all the taxes. The CM keeps saying that he is obeying the Supreme Court order. Today, in the cabinet, the same CM has passed that the dance bars will be banned. Okay, while the Supreme Court says that they should be kept open, there the Supreme Court is not, he is not answerable to Supreme Court. Again and again, Adarsh still stands, ma'am, today, because who owns Adarsh? It's the bureaucrats and the politicians, right? But we, as the lower middle class, are being made targets for what? Because we are not vote banks. Firstly. Secondly, we are victims of the builder, BMC authorities and politician nexus, because the property we stand on is prime property. So today, after 24 years of living here, you tell me that I should hand over my keys. It's like telling me you give me your life. Today, we have been announced a death sentence by the government who refuses to look at us.
But now you tell me, don't you think that you are violating law after law? This was the last deadline given by BMC.
Don't you think that the court is actually violating the basic law of giving us our house, which is by right ours? I mean, if they can violate the laws, we are not violating any laws. We are not going and committing murder. We are not going and committing any theft. We are staying in our own houses for which we have paid, for which is rightfully ours, which we have paid property taxes on. Come on, you tell me or whatever, if you were paying property taxes, you've been staying in a house or whatever, will you just give out the keys just because it's, the court has asked you to? Won't you fight for what is lawfully yours?
So residents are still not ready to vacate their flats, but also some outsiders, some freedom fighters, some social workers are supporting these people. आप मुझे बताइए कि आपके हाथ में कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, क्या कहना चाहते हो आप?
मेरे हाथ में जो बेटा डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं वो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हैं, और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जिस लर्नड जज ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये ऑर्डर पास किए हैं, उसने आर्टिकल 41 just keep on holding, and आर्टिकल 368 and article number 15, 19 and the article number 21, article number 19, उसने उसकी स्टडी किए बगैर और ये जजमेंट दी है, जिसमें इतने राइट्स दिए गए हैं सीनियर सिटीजन्स को, औरतों को और बच्चों को, उनसे उनको घर से बेघर कर ही नहीं सकते। और जहाँ तक हमारा पर्सनल सवाल है वो ये है कि स्टैम्प पेपर का जो स्कैम हुआ था, वो नकली स्टैम्प पेपर को भी सर्टिफाई किया गया था बाद में गवर्नमेंट ने, क्या समझ के कि यही ना कि वो ओरिजिनल है। जब उनको सर्टिफाई किया गया था, यहाँ पे तो कोई नकली की चीज ही नहीं है।
Okay, so there are also other residents from Mumbai who are supporting Campa Cola residents, and now Campa Cola residents have written a letter to Commissioner of BMC and also to CM, and they are saying that if you are demolishing this illegal property, then you have to demolish the other illegal properties in Mumbai also. Back to you.
Amrita, last time around there was high drama when the BMC decided to carry out the demolition. This time, what is going to be the strategy of the residents? Would you ask some of them standing by there along with you?
See, this was the last deadline given by BMC today at 5 p.m. But after that, also in the morning, also Mumbai police came here and just they entirely watched the building premises, what are the residents are doing. But now also there are not a single police person. There is not a single police person and not even people from BMC. So what action BMC will take is still not clear. But the deadline is over. Somewhere we have to remember that this was not the letter or not the letter copy which is of 488. The letter of 488 says that you have to vacate your compound or you have to vacate your buildings on immediate basis. Otherwise, BMC will take strict action or will forcefully remove you. So this is not that letter. Probably now BMC will give 488 number notice to this Campa Cola compound residents tomorrow or day after. Back to you.
All right, so residents stare at a forceful eviction, perhaps a demolition. However, some of them have decided to dig in their heels, refusing to vacate the compound despite orders from the highest court of the country. Many thanks, Amrita, for getting us the latest from the Campa Cola Society in Mumbai.